Welcome to the D&D learning series. Here we are again with a new video inside an ATL, getting ready for the action. So let us see how and what we are going to do inside the ATL app. So first thing we'll see about type of equipments, what are the type you are having, layout, ambience, how to get the students, and what are the schedules, and very important part, success formula. So today I'm going to share you a success formula for Atal Tinkering Lab. So if you see in the Atal Tinkering Lab, you may find electronics, mechanics, 3D printing, aero modeling, sky watching, drone technology, 3D pen, sieving kit, robotics, and there are a lot of DIY kits. So basically what I wanted to say is these are all the things which have been tentatively given or been supplied to you so that you may need those. So it is not necessary that these are all the things that you have to use it on daily basis or how to use it in your projects. These are only a resource been given during your need of an hour. So let us see to the next part. You can see that consider for an example I'm giving you. So here if you want to do some carving work, so here you can see that with the mechanical workstation we can do the carving work. So it is done. So you are having a electronic circuit with a soil moisture sensor, so you get an idea. So I'll put it into the flamingo model and I'll just make a beautiful product out of it. And if you are having the project like during which you may need a sieving kit, so these are all the tentative things that you may use in combined so that you can make a beautiful projects. So regarding the layout, you can see that the layout should be very simple. You should have a separate section for the mechanical tools, a storage section. You should have a proper area for the discussion also, a notice board, separate space for 3D printer, and a soldering station or a workstation. These are all the lab developed by us, so you should have the ample space also. You should have a proper discussion area also. The ambience inside should be like the students who are entering inside the lab should feel fresh. They should feel comfortable out of the class, because they need some space which is not like a classroom, which is something which they wish to have the free access and free access to the resources. So ambient should be like that. That's fine, but how to take the students or how to start with? So better give a task to the students which are interested. There you will filter out the students who are not interested. They will not at all turn for your task. Give a chance to everyone in the initial phase, but only few will act as a real you can say that enthusiasts to work in the ATL lab, and they are the only students who will prosper and who will continue with the ATL lab. When you come to the schedule part, how you want to implement it and when you want to implement it, some schools like to follow the timetable. They will implement it into the timetable, but be prepared to have it on Saturday, because Saturday will be having a lot of activities in most of the schools. So if it is possible to make this ATL on Saturday, it will be a great help for the students, because student will need a lot amount of time to engage in the ATL. It's a long process. They have to go under a long process of they have to get the idea, they have to get the thoughts, they have to get mixed with that environment, because usually the environment inside the lab will be different from the classroom. So just make with that, they need a time. That means they need a time to take off. And if you don't do it on the days like this, so during the normal school hours it's very difficult, because within a 40-45 minutes, or if you engage for 2 periods, it's very difficult for the students to achieve anything within that. So minimum 2 hours of engagement we expect to have in the ATL lab. So accordingly you can have the plans. So coming to the last point, as I shared at the beginning of the video, success formula for an ATL lab. So success formula can be there for an ATL lab, and which involves these points. Problem identification. It's very important for the students to identify a problem or take a sector into which they are really interested. That's very, very essential. Second is an ideation. So once they go into a sector, they select a sector, so they have to go for the ideation regarding that sector, or ideation regarding the problem what they have taken into their hands. After an ideation, they have to find out a potential solution regarding the idea what they are having, because ideas are not worth until they have a proper potential solution in that. So after that, they have to go for a designing. before they go for designing, they have to identify among those potential solutions which is the best to fit into that required situation. So they have to go for a designing, and that design they have to get it approved from their respective teachers, so that will assist them to make their models or the construction better. So once they do that, they have to come to the point of requirements, and this is the point where the student will be clear with his direction, with his idea. And even if someone is working on some very another or very something fancy or different project, the student will not get deviated, and he will be completely focused on the project, what he is doing, because he knows what he is doing and he know the expected result. So after that, the student will go for a construction. The construction is very important, it takes some time. So after the construction, the students will go for the testing, and after testing, the testing is very important. They will test into the lab environment as well as into the practical area or the applicable area. And after the testing, they will go for the implementation, and even after the implementation, if they feel that there is some corrections, they can do that. And if the idea or if the solution is really having some potential and which is very unique, so they can go for the patents, or they can go for the IPs, copyrights, or anything like that. And if the student want to become a student entrepreneur, so they can go for a business model also, which is very essential. And that is what the ultimate goal of implementing this Atal Tinkering Lab in your school. So this is what the success formula we are talking about, and if you just follow this, it will give a very good result out of it. So the success formula will be discussed with the teacher and the school in during our implementation plan, what we share with the schools. So there will be having a very good and brief discussion, and we help the schools to get it implemented at the very grassroots level. So I hope that you enjoyed this. We gave you a clear inside view or the insight of the ATL lab. So we wish all of you a very good luck for the coming videos and the coming plans in your school. See you again in the next video. Hope you enjoyed the video. There are many videos regarding the Tinkering Lab there in our channel. Please do encourage us by subscribing our channel, and also suggestions or any remarks or any doubts, please do in the comment box. Keep learning, keep tinkering.